On behalf of the Secretariat, I wish to extend a warm welcome to all the journalists present here. Our speaker today is Mr. Guo Weimin, Deputy Secretary General and spokesperson of the first session of the 14th CPPCC National Committee and member of the 13th CPPCC National Committee. I'm Zhang Xiaoming, Deputy Secretary General of the National Committee. On the left side of the table is Mr. Zhou Beichuan, Director General of the Information Department of the National Committee. The two of us will be moderating the press conference today. Our event today will last about 1 hour. Now, I have the honor to invite Mr. Guo to give us a brief idea of the agenda of the session. Then he will take up your questions. Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends from the press, good afternoon. Welcome to this press conference. It's a real pleasure to gather with you face to face today. I'd also like to welcome those who are following us on TV and on the internet and by radio. As mandated by the Secretariat, I'll first brief you on the agenda of this session. The first session of the 14th CPPCC National Committee will open at 3 p.m. tomorrow in the Great Hall of the People and conclude on the afternoon of March the 11th, lasting 7.5 days. The agenda items include to hear and deliberate the work report of the Standing Committee of the CPPCC National Committee and a report on proposals, to sit in on the first session of the 14th National People's Congress to hear and deliberate the government work report and other relevant reports, to review and approve an amendment to the CPPCC Charter, the political resolution of the first session of the 14th CPPCC National Committee and other resolutions and reports, and to elect the chairperson, vice chairpersons, secretary general, and members of the Standing Committee of the 14th CPPCC National Committee. During the session, there will be opening and closing meetings, 2 conference addresses, and 8 group discussions. The opening and closing meetings will be open to foreign envoys based in China. Now, preparations for the session have been completed. According to the plan, in addition to this press conference today, there will be another press briefing and 3 CPPCC members' passage interview events. Chinese and foreign journalists are most welcome to cover the session through interviews on-site, online, by video, or by phone. At the hotels where our members stay, we continue to have online video interview rooms. Our press service team and press officers based in the hotels will be happy to help you. On the website of our press center, you will find the agenda, main documents, and other useful information. Please remember to follow us. Now, I'll be happy to answer your questions about this session and the CPPCC's work. Thank you.
下面开始记者提问，请提问的记者先通报所在的新闻机构的名称。每名记者呢，限提1个问题。现在请有意提问的记者举手。请中区第1排 第3位记者提问。
谢谢主持人，我是中央广播电视总台央视记者。我想请问发言人啊，5年来13届全国政协围绕国之大者，民之关切，积极建言资政，做了很多的工作。那么在您看来，过去5年全国政协的工作有哪些特点？谢谢。
China Media Group. Over the past 5 years, the 13th CPPCC National Committee has worked actively to provide input on issues of great importance to the country and of concern to the people. Mr. Spokesperson, how has the National Committee been doing its work in the past 5 years? Thank you.
总台央视的记者啊，这个问题十分重要。
This is indeed a very important question
内容比较
and a
丰
big
富。我
one.
想呢，我择其要点，好吧？
Let
做
me
些
answer
介绍。
you in brief.
13届一次会议以来啊，
Since the first
全国
session
政
of the
协
13th
坚持以习
CPPCC
近
National
平新时
Committee,
代中国特色
following the
社会主
guidance
义
of
思
Xi
想
Jinping
为指
thought
导，
on socialism with Chinese
扎实推
characteristics
进
for a new
人
era,
民政协
the National Committee has been taking solid steps to
理论
innovate the
创新
practices,
制度创新
theories, and institutions of
新
the
时代人民政协
CPPCC,
事业
bringing
呈
about
现
a new look
新面貌、
in our
新
cause
气象。
in the new era.
这5年啊，
In the past 5
准
years,
确把握人民
we
政
have
协
upheld the true
性质定位，
nature
坚定人民
and
政
the
协
correct
事业发
position
展
of the
的正确方
CPPCC
向。
and kept to the right direction in our
全国政
cause.
协深入学
With
习
a
贯
keen
彻
grasp
习
of
近平
General
总书
Secretary
记
Xi
关于
Jinping's
加强和
important
改
thoughts
进
on strengthening and
人民政
improving
协
the
工作的
CPPCC's
重
work
要思想，贯彻落实啊，
and the
中央
decisions of the
政协
Central
工作会议
Conference
精
on
神，
CPPCC,
坚持政协是
we stayed true to our
中国共
political
产党
nature
领导
as a
的
united
统一战
front
线组织，
organization
多党合作
serving
和
as a key
政治协
mechanism
商
for
组织
multi-party
的政
cooperation
治
and
属性，
political consultation under the
切实
CPC's
加强
leadership.
党的
We
建设，
strengthened the CPC's
加强
party
党的
building, better armed
创新
ourselves
理
with the
论武装，
CPC's new theories,
发挥党
and
员
leveraged
委
the
员
role
政
of
治
political guidance of
引领作用，
CPPCC members who are from the
创立了习
CPC.
近平新
We
时代
started a
中国特色社会
regular
主义思
workshop
想
on Xi Jinping
学
thought on
习
socialism with
座谈
Chinese
会制度，
characteristics for a new era,
组织政协
and
委员啊，深
organized
入开展
learning sessions
以
for our
党史为
members
重
on the
点
history
的事实
of the
学
CPC,
习教育，
the PRC
引导
reform
广
and
大
opening
党
up
员
and
啊，夯
socialism,
实共同
particularly
的思想
the
政
history
治
of the
基础。
CPC to cement the common theoretical and
首
political
次啊，
foundation
召
of our
开了
members.
政协党的建设工作
We had our
座
first
谈会，
discussion on CPC party building in the CPPCC.
着力加强
We focused
专门协
on
商机
building
构
our
建设，
institutions to be a better
在
political
丰富
consultative
协商
body
形
and
式
did a lot of
健全
experimental
协商机制
foundational work in enriching the
提升协
formats,
商效果
fleshing out the mechanisms,
培育协商文化
enhancing the impact,
等
and
方面
fostering a
开
culture
展了
of
大量的
consultation.
探索性、基础性的工作，更好发挥
The
专门协商
CPPCC
机
as a
构
special
在
political
国家治理
consultative
体
body
系
is better
中
playing
的
its
重要
important
作用。
role in the national governance system.
这5年
In the
聚
past
焦
5 years,
中
we
心任务，
focused on our central
胸怀
task
国之
and
大
topics
者
of overarching
民之
importance
关
to the
切
country
协
and
商
of
议
concern
政
to the
就像
people
刚
in
才
our consultation
记者问到
deliberation.
的哈，
Like you
全国
mentioned
政
in
协
your
紧紧
question,
围绕
we
推动
conducted
高质量
consultation and
发展
supervision and advised on
实
such
数
major
规划
topics
制定
as
和
high
实施
quality development and the formulation
协
and
商建议开
implementation
展监督
of the
主要跟
14th
重大议题，
five-year
举
plan,
办专题议政性常委会会议，
holding more
专
than
题协商会
100 topic-specific
方舟协商座
deliberation
谈会
meetings of the
超
Standing
过
Committee,
100场。
special
我
consultative
刚才说
meeting
的这 些
and
都
bi-weekly
是
consultation
我们政
forums.
协啊协商议政的一些重要形式。
These are the main formats of how
既有
we
促进民营经
do
济高质量
consultation.
发展，
The topics include
保障国
major
家粮食
economic
安
and
全
social
等
ones,
经济
such
社
as
会
high quality
发展
development
的
of the non-public
重大问题
sector and national food
又有
security,
办好人民满意
and
的教育、
practical ones of immediate
应对
public
人口老龄
concerns
化
such as education and
涉及
population
群众
aging,
切身利益的实际问题，
and immediate
还有巩固脱贫攻坚成果啊，
and
与
urgent
乡
ones
村
such
振
as
兴
integrating poverty
有效衔
reduction
接
with rural
完
revitalization
善
and
重大疫情
improving
防控机制
pandemic
的现实
response
性、紧迫性啊
mechanisms.
比较突出的问题。5年来，
In the
共
5
收到
years, we received
2.9
more
万多
than
件
29,000
编
proposals
报各类社情
and
民意信
released
息啊，
over
9000余
9,000
期。
bulletins
这些
on
民意
public
信息的编
opinions.
报呢，也是政协一项重要工作。
This
向
is
党
an
中央、
important part of
国务
our
院向
work
中央有关部门
of providing to the
报
central
这些重要的
authorities
信息。
important information.
委员们的许多意
Many
见
of our
建议
members' opinions and suggestions
转化为党和政
became
府
policy
的政
options
策
for the
选项。
CPC and the government,
全国政协更加注重
with a special focus
成果
on
转化
results of consultation.
健全
We further
协商成果
developed
落
the
实的
mechanisms to
反
ensure
馈机
that
制
we see
协商意见
the impact
落实
of our
主要反馈机制
consultation.
这5年
In
广
the
泛
5
凝聚
years,
共识，
we expanded
汇聚海
consensus
内
by
外
pulling
中华儿女
greater
的
wisdom and
智慧和
strength
力量，
from the Chinese people at home and
把加强
overseas.
思想政治引领，
Our central mission
广泛
in the
凝聚
new
共识
era in improving the
作为新时代
CPPCC's work
加强
is
和
to
改进
strengthen
人民政协
theoretical
工
and
作
political
的
guidance
中心环
and
境，
build extensive
更加注重
consensus. We
推动
intensified
建
our
言之
efforts
政和
on both state
凝聚
affairs
共识
deliberation
双向
and
发力，
consensus building.
更加注重
We became more
互动交流，
interactive.
更加注
We
重
developed
培育
a stronger culture
协商文
of
化，
consultation
努力把凝
and
聚共
made
识
consensus
融入
building an
履职工
integral
作
part
的各方
of
面
all we
和
do.
全过程。通过
In
庆祝新中国成立
celebrating
70
the
周
70th
年
anniversary of the founding of the People's Republic of China and the centenary of the CPC, we strengthened
思想政治引领，
theoretical and political guidance.
开展委
Through
员读
members'
书活动，
reading activities
党外委
and
员啊
special inspection tours by non-CPC
凝聚委员
members,
共
we
识，
forged consensus.
运用委员讲
With
堂
members' lectures, awareness
重大专项
raising
工作委员
tours
宣讲
for major and special tasks,
专门委员
and
会
media
媒体见
briefing
面
by
会等
special
载体啊
committees,
面向社会
we
传播共识，
disseminated
政协委员
consensus.
的一些平台活动，
These are the
跟社会
platforms
啊进
and
行交流，
activities that our members
发挥
have
统
been
一战线
engaged
组织
in.
的作用，
As a united front
健全
organization,
各
we
民主
improved
党派
mechanisms for other
在
political
政协
parties to
发表
express
意见
opinions
开展
and
交流的
engage in
工
exchanges
作机制。
in the CPPCC.
民主党派啊，以本
We
党
have
派的名义
received
提交提案
more than
1600多件，
1,600 proposals from these
500多
political
件，
parties and over
对政协
500
平台的一个特
conference
殊的一个作用。
interventions. This is
组
the
织少数
special
民族
role
界
of our
宗教界
platform.
委员
We
开
conducted
展
study tours and special
专题学
consultation
习
forums
考
by
察
members from ethnic
界别主题
minorities and
协商
religious groups.
同党外知识
We
分
built
子、
closer
非公有制经
connections
济
with
人士、
non-CPC
新的
intellectuals,
社会阶层
business
人士
people in the non-public
密切
sector,
联
and
系，
people of new social
加强
groups.
同
And we
港澳台侨
enhanced our unity
同胞的团
and
结联
bonds
谊，
with our compatriots in Hong Kong,
广泛汇
Macau,
聚啊，
and Taiwan.
实现
By doing so, we
民
have
主复
formed
兴的
a strong
正能量，
energy for realizing the rejuvenation of the
这5
Chinese nation.
发挥
In the 5
委员
years,
主
we
体
gave
作用，
full play to our
进一
members'
步
leading
强化
position
委
and
员的
strengthened
责任
their
担当，
sense of
发挥好委员的
responsibility
作用，
to fully tap into
尊重委员
their
主体
role.
地位，
We respect their
保
leading
障
position,
委员的民主权利，
safeguard their democratic
更加注
rights,
重协商能
and
力
made a
建
special
设。
effort to enhance their
通过举
capacity
办
building.
全国政协委员学习
Our
研讨
members'
班、
workshops,
常委会
lectures
学习
by
讲座、
standing committee,
专题辅导宣讲等形
and
式，
topic-specific
帮助
study
委员
sessions helped
提升
members
履职的
better
能力，
do their job.
加强专门委员会
Special committees
服务联
worked
系委员的
as a bridge
桥梁
to
纽带
link up
作用，
with and serve
创
members.
新开展
We introduced members'
委员
voluntary
自主调研，
investigations,
完善组织委员履职评价工作，
carried out performance
履职档案，
evaluations, and
履职
improved
情况
mechanisms to
统计，
keep job delivery
常委
files,
提交
performance information
履职报
collection,
告
and for standing
等制
committee
度，
members
就
to
建立一
submit
系列制度
work
啊，
reports.
来推动这样的
With these
发挥好
mechanisms
委员
in
的作用
place,
啊，做好
our
委员
members
履
can
职，
better play their
推动
role
全
and
体
do
委
their
员
job,
做好年度作业，
so that we can
各
help
媒体
them
你们
to
也
do
经
their
常报道
annual
这些
homework
要求提
in a
调委
better way.
员作业，其实就是要求委员啊，你要把履职工作
This is also
要早
a
实落
request
实好
from the
有
media
一整套
for
制度
our
啊
members to
年底要交作业。
make solid
设
efforts
立委员啊，
and
优
to
秀履职
fulfill
奖
their responsibilities. We
先
set
后
up
3次
an excellence
共表
award
彰
and
60名
recognized 60 members in
通
3
过网络履
batches
职平台
with
委员
online
读书
work
群
platforms and reading
进一步
groups.
加强
Members
委员联络
now
交流，
enjoy better
推动广大
communication.
委员啊
All this has
以
seen our
模
members
范行动，
deliver
展现新时
outstanding
代
work in a
新
fresh
风采
way
我就做
in the
这些
new
介绍
era.，
谢
Thank
谢。
you.
请大家继续提问，请举手示意。请中区第3排那位外国记者提问。
Good afternoon, Market News International. China's economy has been impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic over the last 3 years. Now that COVID control measures have been relaxed, will there be a strong recovery in the economy? What will be the main drivers and the main challenges? And what does the CPPCC think about the recovery? Thank you very much. Thank you.
美国国际市场新闻社：中国经济在过去3年受到新冠疫情影响，防控措施放开后，中国经济是否会迎来强劲复苏？复苏的主要驱动力和挑战分别有哪些？全国政协对此怎么看？谢谢。
美国国际市场新闻社的记者问了关于一个宏观中国经
This
济
is
形势
a
的问题。
question about the macroeconomy.
这个确实啊，也是国内外高度关注的一个问
Indeed,
题。
there is a lot of
我
interest
想全国
on
政
this
协啊
topic.，
围绕保持宏观经济
Maintaining
健康
smooth
的运行，也是我
macroeconomic
们协
operation
商议政
is
的一个
also
重要议题。
an
重要
important
议题。
topic in our
在过去
consultation
5
and
年来啊，
deliberations.
委员们通
In the
过
past
提
5
案
years, our members
开展专
provided
题协商，
opinions and
围绕
suggestions
着
on the
经济
economy
形势
through
啊
proposals
建言献策。
and topic-specific
特别是
consultation
每季
meetings.
度
In particular,
召开的
every quarter
宏观
we
经济
would
形势
have
分
a
析座谈
meeting
会
on the macroeconomy
聚焦精
to
准实
provide
施
input
宏观
on
调
how
控
to
政策，
precisely implement
持
the
续建言，
macroeconomic
成为重
policies.
要的决
This
策
has become
协商平
a
台。
key
这个
platform
媒体啊做过很多
for
报道，每季
advising
度政协
decision
的
making.
宏观
There
形
is a
势
lot
的
of
一
media
个
reports
通报
on
会
this,
啊，介绍情况。
and we have also briefed you on our work.
此外呢，
In
不定期
addition,
的邀
from time
请
to
中央
time,
有关部
we
门负
would
责同志
have
啊，
leading
听
officials
取委
from
员
central
的
government
意见建
agencies
议，进
to
行小
hear
范围
the
的这样
opinions and
面对面
suggestions
的
of our
这
members
样
to
的一个
have
交流，
small
为
group
科学决策
face-to-face
提
discussions
供
so as
支持。
to better support
政
good
协
decision
关于宏
making.
观经济问题这个协商议政啊，这个内容是比较丰富的。
So we have been doing a lot of work on the
委员
economy.
们普遍认为，
Our members agree
2022
that
年
in
我国努力克
2022,
服复杂
China
严峻的
overcame
国际形
the
势，
shocks of
新冠
greater
疫
than
情
expected factors such
自然
as
灾害
a
等
complex and
超
challenging
预期因
international
素的
landscape,
冲击，
COVID and natural
保持了
disasters,
宏观
and
经济大
maintain
盘
overall
总体稳
economic
定，对影
stability.
响经济的形势的内容因素还是比较
So
复
there
杂
are
的。
a lot of factors bearing on our
国民经济
economy.
啊，顶住压力，再上新
Our
台
economy
阶，
withstood the pressures
成
and
绩
scaled new
来之
heights.
不易。
This did not come easily.
当前我国发展面
Now
临的
China
形势
still
啊，
faces
依然是
a
复杂严峻。
complex and challenging
国际
environment
政治
in
经济
pursuing
的局势
development with
持续
continued
动荡。
international and
主要
political
经
and
济
economic disturbances,
政策调整的
ongoing
外
spillover
溢
effects
外
from
溢
the
的这个
changes
效果，不
of the
断的在
policies
显
by
现。
some major economies,
经济恢复的
and
基
a
础
not yet
呢，
solid
还不牢
foundation
固。
for recovery.
同时，
But we
我们也
should
要
also
看到
note our
我
strengths
国在
in
市场
the
规
size of
模、
our market,
产业体
our
系、
industrial system,
人力资源等方
our
面
human
啊，具有
resources.
雄厚的基础。
The
经
Chinese
济韧性强，
economy remains
潜力大，
resilient and full of potential
活力足。
and vigor.
2023年
In
要
2023,
坚定
we
做好
will
经济
firm up
工作
our
的
confidence
信心，
in managing the
把稳
economy,
增长
make it a
呢
priority
放在
to
首
stabilize
要的位
growth
置，实现
and realize
质的有效提升
quality
和量的
improvement and appropriate
合理增
size
长。
growth.
委员们建议，
Our members
问到
believe
政协的这方面的建议哈，我们的工作
that
要以实质性
it
改革
is
举措啊，
important to take
来改善
substantial
预期，
reform steps to
提振
improve
信心。
expectations and
重
confidence.
点把党的
The
20
key
党
is to
和中央
implement
经
as
济工
soon
作
as
会议部署
possible
的各项
the
任务
tasks
尽
set
快
out
地
at the
落
20th
到实
CPC
处。
National Congress and the Central
要坚
Economic
持
Work
实施
Conference. The
扩大
strategy for expanding
内需
domestic
锻炼，
demand should be
加快恢
implemented
复
to
和
restore and
扩大
expand
消费。
consumption at a faster pace.
要加强
There
政
needs
策
to
引导
be，stronger
推动传
policy
统产业
guidance
及中小
to
企业
advance the digital
数字化转
transition
型，
of traditional industries and
要
small and
深化金融
medium-sized
体制改
enterprises.
革，
The financial system
引导金融机
should
构啊
continue to be
更好
reformed
服务
to better
小微
guide
企业
financial
和
institutions in providing
创新发展。
services for small and micro-sized
要促
businesses
进
and
房
innovation.
地产业
The
平稳
property sector
健
should
康
be
发
steered
展，
towards stable
推动
and
房地
healthy
产业
development
向
and
新发展
transition
模式
smoothly
转型。
into a new
委员
development
们还围
model.
绕构建全国统
Members
一
have
大市
also
场，
provided
扩
suggestions
大居民
on
消
some
费等
concrete
一系列具
topics
体
such
问
as
题
building
啊
a unified
提
national
出
market
了
and
意见
expanding
和建议。
household consumption.
我们看到，随着疫情
As
防
we
控政策的
continue
优
to
化调整，
adjust
社
and
会生产
optimize our
生活
pandemic
秩
response,
序啊
People's daily life and work are fast returning to normal. It has been reported that during the Spring Festival this year, over 300 million domestic sightseeing trips were made, close to 90% of the Spring Festival of 2019. In some cities, they even surpassed the levels of 2019. We heard the sounds of joy as families and friends gathered, and we saw the hustle and bustle of a normal, busy life. Let us keep working in unison to embrace a spring beckoning with hope. Thank you.
现在继续提问，请西区第2排靠左边的那位男记者提问。
谢谢主持人。人民日报记者提问：今年是我国改革开放政策实行45周年，自贸试验区成立10周年。在世界经济复苏乏力、保护主义盛行的情况下，中国的对外开放是否受到影响？全国政协在推动对外开放中做了哪些工作？谢谢。
People's Daily. This year marks the 45th anniversary of reform and opening up, and the 10th anniversary of the establishment of pilot free trade zones in China. In the context of anemic economic recovery and rampant protectionism, is China's opening up facing headwinds? What has the National Committee done in promoting opening up? Thank you.
人民日报记者哈，这提到今年是改革开放45
Indeed,
周年。
this year marks the 45th anniversary
45年前啊，
of reform and
中
opening
国
up.
实行改革开放，不仅极大
45 years
改
ago,
变了中国的
this
面貌，
policy started.
也促
It
进
has
了
not
世界
only
的
transformed
繁荣和
China,
发展。
but also boosted the world's prosperity
习
and
近平总
development.
书记啊，多次强
General
调此
Secretary Xi Jinping stressed
无论
on
世界发
multiple
生
occasions that
什么样的
no
变化，
matter how the world
中
will
国改革
change,
开放的信
China's
心
faith
和
in
意
and
志
its commitment to
都
reform
不会
and
动摇。
opening up will
中
not
国开放
waver,
的大门
and that China's
不会关闭，
door of opening up
只
will
会
not close,
越开越
but
大。
open even wider.
近年来啊，我国对外开放
In recent
不
years,
断
China
取得
has kept
新
making
进展。
progress in opening up.
我们积极改善外商投资
We
环
have
境，
improved the
全
environment
国版
for
的
foreign
外资
investment.
准入负面清单
The national
已经
foreign
缩减
investment
到
negative list
31
has
项
been reduced to 31
全
items,
国自贸试验区数量达到
and the number of
21
national pilot
在
free
投
trade
资、
zones
贸
increased
易、
to
金
21.
融、人员、
Various
流动等
measures
方面
have been
实施
taken
一系
to
列开
facilitate
放举
the
措，
opening up of
引领带
investment,
动啊
trade,
全国对外开
finance,
放
and travel with
开放度和透明度啊不
greater
断提升。
opening up
刚才讲
and
到自贸区
transparency.
实施试行10周年，应该说
This
10
year
年来
also
取得
marks
了
the
很大的
10th
进展。
anniversary of
在海
pilot
南啊
free trade
加快
zones.
建设具有世界
In
影响力
Hainan,
的
a free
中
trade
国
port
特色自由
with
贸易港，
Chinese characteristics
打造新时代
and
中
global
国改
influence
革开
is
放的
advancing
示范。
steadily. It will become a model of
不断
China's
扩大面
opening
向
up
全球
in
的
the new
高标
era.
准自贸区网络。
We have expanded
正式
the
签署
globally
了区域
oriented
全面经
network
济
of
伙伴关
high
系协
standard
定，
free trade areas,
并推动其
formally signed
生效。
and promoted the entry into
积
force
极
of the
推进
Regional
加入
Comprehensive
全面与
Economic
进步
Partnership
跨太平
RCEP,
洋伙伴关系协定，
and worked actively for joining the
数字经济伙伴
Comprehensive and
关系协定。
Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership
我国还积极
CPTPP
推动
and
啊
the Digital
构
Economy
建
Partnership
一带一路
Agreement
高质量发
DEPA.
展。连续5
China
年
has
啊
also
成功
promoted
举
high
办中
quality
国
Belt and Road
国际
cooperation
进口博
and
览会。
hosted the China International Import Expo 5 years
2022
in a
年，
row.
我国的进口总额、
In
进出口的总额啊
2022,
达到了6万亿美
China's
元，
imports and
实
exports
际使用外
exceeded
资
$6 trillion
1891.3亿美元，
and the utilized foreign
规模啊
investment totaled
再
over
创历史的新高。
$189 billion,
今后
both
啊
hitting record
我们
high.
将采取切实
Looking
有力
forward,
的措施，
we'll continue
推动
to
对
open
外开
wider
放，
and provide
继续为世界的
new
发展
opportunities
提供
and fresh
新机遇、
impetus
新
to
动能。
global development.
全国政协啊，
The CPPCC National Committee has actively contributed to opening up through various efforts, and we've put opening up as one of the priorities of our work. Through forms such as special consultative meetings of the Standing Committee, special democratic oversight, and thematic research, the CPPCC Foreign Affairs Committee identified the implementation progress of major opening up measures during the 14th Five-Year Plan as the theme of its special democratic oversight. And the results of their work was highly appreciated. China cannot develop in isolation from the world, nor can the world develop by shutting out China. China is ready to work with the rest of the international community to build an open world economy, a community with a shared future for mankind, and together create a brighter future. The CPPCC National Committee will, as always, perform its duties, making proposals and building consensus on promoting high-standard opening up. Thank you.
请大家继续提问，请举手。请东区第4排靠外侧那个记者，女记者。
谢谢主持人。发言人你好，我是人民政协报、人民政协网的记者。近年来，全国政协经常运用网络视频手段开展协商议政，让田间地头的场景直达北京的会议室，引起舆论广泛关注。请问，13届全国政协在履职形式上有哪些创新？谢谢。
CPPCC Daily. In the past few years, the National Committee has been holding consultation and deliberation sessions online more regularly. People can join in the meetings even from the places they work in. There is a lot of attention on this. Can you tell us more about the new ways the last National Committee has tried out in doing its job? Thank you.
这个人民政协报记者哈，你们围绕我们全国政协啊，包括地方政协的活动做了不少
The CPPCC Daily has
而且也收集了不少报道。
a wide range of coverage of the work of the CPPCC over the years.
13届全国政协
Thanks for your work. Indeed, the 13th National Committee, following through on General Secretary Xi Jinping's important instruction of strengthening and improving the work of the CPPCC and the spirit of the Central Conference of the work of the CPPCC, it has fulfilled its role of a special consultative body, explored new methods, and improved the quality and performance of work.
作为政协工作的一个重要目标，一个任务。
In recent years, the CPPCC National Committee has made enormous progress in establishing an evaluation system on the quality of political consultation and deliberation, establishing a long-term mechanism for democratic oversight and improving the quality of and responsiveness to proposals. The efforts produced good outcomes and new measures were introduced in the following 3 areas. First, the use of information technologies has expanded the platform and raised effectiveness. The National Committee highly values the important role of the Internet and actively conducted online political consultation and deliberation during the pandemic. In 2022, we hosted over 210 virtual meetings and interactions, reaching directly to subnational CPPCC committees and rural areas with better efficiency. For example, if the discussion centers around agriculture and the development of rural areas, then we'll extend our reach to agricultural experts and farmers who are living in rural areas, because they have the first-hand experience of the topic.
另外呢，就网上的
By doing
履职
this,
平台建设
we
持
can
续推
improve
进。
the efficiency of
13届
political
以来啊，在
consultation
平
and
台上累计
deliberation.
开通了144
We have also
个
established online
主题议政区。
platforms for CPPCC
委员使
members
用
to
履职
execute
平台
their
的比例
duties.
啊，超
In the
过
past 5 years,
99%。
over 144 online groups were set up, through which 99% of CPPCC members performed their duties and 92% of proposals were filed. We have 2 online platforms, one for CPPCC members to execute their duties, and the other is a reading group.
所以啊，说网上全
So
天
the
候履职啊，
CPPCC members
已成为
could perform their
政
duties
协工作的
simply
新常态。
through holding a mobile phone.
这是一
Thus,
个方面的
executing duties
新举措。
virtually has become a new
二
work
是
pattern
丰富
for
协商形
CPPCC
式，
members.
增加协商深度。
Second,
在政协大
consultation
会
was
上，
further
专门
diversified
安
in
排
format
界别
and
协商，
conducted in greater depth.
加强在专题
We
协商
hosted
会、
special
双方协商座谈
consultations
会
for
啊
different social
等协商
sectors
活动
and
中，
special
与政府
consultative
部门
meetings
啊交流，
together
增加和
with
政府部门
subnational
的交流。
committees. We have
组织近
increased exchange
40
with
次
government
重点
departments
关切问题
using
的
special
情况
consultative
通报会。
meetings and
我
bi-weekly
记得去
consultative
年啊，在
forums.
发布会上
Nearly
介绍了专
40
题情况通报会的
briefing
一些情
sessions
况。
on issues of major concern
专
were
题
held.
专家协商会啊，也是新的一
The
个
expert
协商形式。
consultation mechanism is
参加
another
专家
new
协商会的有
exploration.
政协委员，
Its
也有专
participants
家学者，
include
在
CPPCC
相关
members,
领域啊，有很
experts,
深的
and
造诣。
scholars, all with
这些
profound knowledge
专家
in
协
their
商会的一个
respective
机制。
fields.
专家协商会呢，围绕重大的
This
专
mechanism
项主题，
focuses on major
在
topics
深入调研的基
and
础上，
conducts
开展小范
small
围、
group and
持续性的协商
continuous
这样
consultations
子持续
based
协商。
on thorough
13届以
and
来啊，
in-depth research.
围绕比如说推
In the
动新的
past 5
生
years,
育政策的落实
We have
啊
hosted
等等一系列热点
70
重点问
expert
题。
consultations
举
on
办了
topics
70多场
such as
专家协商
developing
会，
key
不
technologies
少意
in
见
medicine
建
and
议啊，
medical equipment
为中央
and
有关
implementing
部
the
门的
new
决策啊
childbirth
提供了
policy,
重要的参考。
providing important reference for central decision
第三方
making.
面呢是发挥委员的主体
Third,
作用。我刚才
The
在讲
primary
那个
role of
特点的时候也
CPPCC
讲到啊，发
members
挥委员主体作用，
was fully
强化责任担
leveraged
当，
to fulfill their
通过
responsibility.
培训、情况
Through
通报会
training
等
and
多种
briefing session,
帮助委
the
员啊执
CPPCC
行民
members
政
are
更好
timely
地
updated and
履职
better prepared for
修订
carrying
和
out
实
their
施
jobs.
委员履职工作
The
规
rules
则
of
从
work
内
for
容、方
CPPCC
式、保
members to
障等
perform
方
their
面
duties
就委
were
员发挥
revised
作用
and
啊，
implemented,
形成一整套
forming
机
a
制。
set of mechanisms
在
on
充分
content,
发挥
method,
三
and
门委员
support
会
for them to play their role.
作用，组织委员开展履职活动的同时，
The members'
试点开展
initiatives
委员自
were
主调研。
unleashed in special
全国政协
committees
委员
as
开
well
展
as
活动一
conducting
般是
pilot
由专门委员
independent
会作为一个
researches.
主要组织形式。比如说，我是外事委委员，我比较多
For
的参加
example,
外事委
I
的工
work
作
in
去
the
参加
Foreign Affairs
调研
Committee,
啊、履职等等。
so my
那么
research
今年呢，
focus would
这
be
2
on
年我
foreign
们试
affairs.
点开展了委员自主调研。
And in the last 2 years, we have launched the pilot program of encouraging
这个自主调
CPPCC
研呢，
members
委员可以
to
自己
conduct
选
pilot
轻
independent
车简途
researches.
深入调研，
They
提
can
出
choose
建
their
议。
own topics,
这些年来，
engage
一些委
with
员围
local
绕
community,
构建
conduct
现代
in-depth
产业体
research,
系
and offer their own
突破
policy
卡
recommendations.
脖子、
Over the years,
科技
some
瓶颈
members
等
have
难点
researched and
查实
contributed
情
to
啊，
topics
见
such
真
as
言。
building
提
the
出了
modern industrial system and
很有
developing
分量的
stranglehold technologies,
我
and
本
came
人
up
啊
with very
也
insightful
曾选择了一
suggestions.
个议题，
I myself
就
also
是关于
conducted
用
independent
好智能
research
技术
on using
来
smart
推动啊，提
technologies
升边
to
缘的
improve the
乡村
medical
农村地区的
services
医疗
in
水平
remote
通
and
过智能
rural
技术
areas.
我和一位医疗卫生的专家委员一起组织了小团队，我们开展自主调研。
In that research, I partnered with a CPPCC member who is also a medical professional. We shared our views on a special consultative meeting and submitted a report to the National Health Commission. The report received wide attention and very good feedback. And independent research has become more and more important in our work. Thank you.
请西区第4排那位女记者提问。
谢谢发言人，我是来自香港凤凰卫视、凤凰网和凤凰秀的记者胡玲。今天也很高兴能够面对面的和发言人提问。因为您刚刚在回答经济问题的时候也特别谈到了信心2个字。我们都知道，其实受到多重因素的影响，内地很多的民营企业，尤其是中小企业，其实普遍都面临着经营困难，尤其是信心不足的这样的问题。那我知道，在这些委员当中有不少都是民营企业家。那么我就想知道，在推动民营经济发展方面，政协都做了哪些工作？那么尤其今年，我很想知道你们还有哪些建言献策，能够切实的来保障国企和民企的公平竞争，同时把恢复民营企业家信心这句话能够真正的落到实处。谢谢。
Phoenix TV, I'm very glad to have this opportunity to ask this question face to face. You mentioned confidence in your remarks. Some private enterprises, especially small and medium-sized enterprises, face difficulties and lack confidence. Many CPPCC members are also private business leaders. My question is, what has the CPPCC done to promote development of the private sector? What recommendations will be made to better ensure fair competition between state-owned and private enterprises and restore confidence across the private sector? Thank you.
好，谢谢凤凰卫视记者提问。的确啊
Thank you for your
怎么样
question.
提振中小企业、民营企业，特别中小微企业的这样的一个信
Indeed,
心啊？
how to
是一个
restore
很
the
重要的问题
confidence of the private sector, in particular
全国政协
that
在
of
协商议
small and
把
medium
经济宏观
enterprises.
经济运行是一
is
个
an
重要议
important
题。
topic.
其实
It
推动
is
民营企
high
业、中小
on the
微企
agenda
业
of
跟
the
它是相伴随
CPPCC.
的，也是高度重视的一个话题。
This topic
民营
is
经济
also
啊
of great interest to
是
the public.
推动创新、促进
The
就业、
private sector
改善
is
民
an
生的
important force
重要力
to
量。
boost innovation, employment,
在实现
and
中国式
people's
现代
living
化进程
standards.
中啊，发挥着
It has
不可
played
或缺的作
an
用。
irreplaceable
是吧？很多专
role
家有很欣
in
赏的一些
advancing the Chinese path to
的
modernization.
确啊，近年来呢，在疫
In
情的
recent
反复冲
years,
击下，
Due to
一些
the
民营企业，
pandemic,
特别是
some
中小微
private
企业，
businesses, in particular
经营压力
micro,
加大，
small, and medium
部分民营企业
enterprises,
家
have experienced
处境
mounting pressure, and some private business
去
owners
年底
are
召
in a
开的
difficult
中央经济
situation.
工作会议指出，
That
要
said,
切实
it
落
was
实
pointed
两
out
个
at last
毫不
year's
动摇
Central Economic Work
毫不动
Conference
摇巩
that
固和
China
发
will
展
continue
公有
to
制
work
经济，毫不
unswervingly
动摇鼓
both
励
to
支持
consolidate
引导
and develop the
非
public
公有制
sector
经济的发
and
展。
to encourage,
会议
support,
指出
and
啊，
guide
从制度和
development
法
of
律
the
上
non-public
把
sector.
对国企、
It
民
was
企
also
平等对
stressed
待的要求
that
落下
the
来。
requirement for equal treatment of state-owned and private enterprises should be put into practice in terms of systems and laws, and the development and growth of the private economy and enterprises should be encouraged and supported in terms of policies and public
鲜明
opinion.
态度。
The statements
也令
spoke
广大
volume for the clear
政协委
attitude
员，特
of
别
the
是
CPC and the
民
government
营家、
in supporting
民
the
营企
private
业家的
sector.
委员啊，深受鼓舞，
It
信
has
心倍增。这是我们
greatly
在
inspired
跟
the
民营企业家的
CPPCC
委员交
members,
流
in
中啊，
particular
他们都
those private
有这样的
business
强烈的感
owners,
受。
and significantly boosted
全国政协
their
对于保
confidence.
护和促进民营企业发展十
The
分重
National
视。
Committee attaches great
通过
importance to
专
protecting
题
and
协商、
promoting the
网
development
络
of
议
the
政、
private
委
sector.
员提案等多种形式啊，
Through special
持续推动
consultation,
这项工
online
作。
deliberation,
我
and
刚才谈的
submitting
和经济问
proposals,
题
we
是
have
联系
been
在一
working on
起
this
啊。
subject for a long
2021
time.
年起，
Since
这个以我
2021,
们经济委员会为主体，开展
a
了持续优化营商
5-year-long
环境
democratic
5年
oversight
的专项民主监
conducted
督
by
这
the
样的活动
Economic
计
Committee
划。连续5
has
年
been
围绕这个
launched
话题，而且是中
to
小微企业
improve
为主。
the business environment.
去年形成了100家企业反映的
And last year,
100个问题，100家企业反映的100个问
Economic
题，
Committee
完全深入
released
基
a
层了
special
解到
report
了这些民
on
营企业
100
包括
questions
民营企
raised
业哈
by
中小微企业
100
在内
businesses.
他们反映的问题。去年呢，经济委员
In
会选择
2022,
健全防范和化
with the
解
view to
拖欠
establishing
中小企
a
业
long-term mechanism
账款
for
长效
preventing
机
and
制，要建
resolving
立这
the
样的一个机制
outstanding
作为
payments
切入点。
owed to small and medium
通过开
enterprises,
展赴地
the
方调研，
CPPCC
与
National
有关部
Economic
门座
Committee
谈，
headed to
委员
different
自主调
localities,
研，
talked with
委
relevant
托地方
departments,
政协啊
conducted
协同
independent
调研
research and
以及
joint
企业问
research
卷
with
等
local
形式
CPPCC committees
了解
and
情况
surveyed
指出问题，
participating
提出建议
companies.
就深入去了解调研，
After
提
having
出
a
意
keen
见。
grasp of the
那
situation,
么一些
the
委员告
committee
诉我们，
identified
他
the
们在调研
problem
中
and
啊，
offered
看到一
solution.
些 民营企业，尤其中小微企业的从业人员、企业家，
in carrying out
虽然面临的困难，
democratic
但他们
oversight.
坚韧不拔，克服困难，努力保持企
The
业
members
的
participating in the democratic oversight
保持员工的就业，
said
他们很
that
感动，
despite difficulties,
他们
the
也积极
private,
地
some
帮助
private
他们
owners
解决一些问题。
stayed committed to
我
overcoming
们的调研
the
组
challenge
在
and
民主
helped
监督过
ensure
程
the
中，也
stability
推
of
动地方政府与
the
中
operation
小
of
企
the
业积极
company
沟
and
通，
employment.
解决了部分拖欠账款的问题。
Our
提出
CPPCC
近
members
期解困
facilitated
和
the
建立长效
communication
机
between
制
local
的
governments and
建议
small
报
and
告，
medium
他们专门
enterprises,
做了一个报告，
cleared
专
some
门是
outstanding payments and proposed recommendations for solving
解困和
immediate
建立长效
problems
机制的
and
一个建议，
establishing a long-term mechanism.
也受到了有关部门的重视。关于当前推动民营企业
To
发展，
promote the
有的委员建
development
议
of the private
要
sector,
进一步完
some
善
members
产权
made
保
the
护制度，
proposal of further
落
improving
实
the
公有
property
制
rights
经
protection
济财
system,
产权不可
in
侵
which
犯，
the property rights
非
of
公
the
有制
public
经济
sector
财
are
产权
inviolable
同样不
as
可
are
侵
the
犯
property
的
rights of the
产权保护制
non-public
度。
sector.
有的委员建议
Some members
发挥民企
proposed
机制灵
to
活，
bring the strength
创
of
新力强，
private enterprises
决
such
策高
as
效的机制
flexibility,
等优
innovation,
势，
and efficient decision
在一些
making
重
into
点
full
行
play
业和领域
and further
放
relax
宽民营企
market
业的
access for
市场
private
准入。
companies in some key areas and
有的委员
industries.
建议
Some also
要建立对
suggested
民营
to
企业
establish a
无视
system
不扰
that
制度，
leaves private companies undisturbed,
要创新金
explore
融服务
new
民营
financial
企业
models
模式，
to serve the
引导
private
金融
sector
机构
and encourage
加大
financial
对小微
institutions
企
to
业的
provide stronger
支持
support
力度，
for micro and small businesses
帮助中小微
so as
企
to
业
help
纾困解难。
SMEs tide over
还有的委员
difficulties.
提出
There were also
在国家
proposals
层面
of establishing
建立
a
企业
national
家
honor
荣誉
system
制度，
for outstanding
表彰包
entrepreneurs,
括民营企业家
including
在内
those
的优
in
秀
the
企业
private
家。
sector.
委员们提出了一系列建议其实也是解决刚才凤凰卫视记者提出的这些问题。
These important
委员们提出的
proposals
不少建议都得到了政府
were
主管部门的
valued
重视
and
和
adopted
采纳。
by the government.
委员们表示，今年经济运行有望
Some
总体回升，
CPPCC members said
民营
that
经济
as the economy
将
this
迎
year
来
is expected
新的
to
发展
bounce
机遇，
back, the private sector
民营
will
企业
have new
的
opportunities
舞台
and
将
a broader
更
stage
加
for
宽广
development.
谢谢。
Thank you.
请大家继续提问，请举手示意。请东区第3排那位女记者提问。
谢谢主持人。新加坡联合早报记者提问：这几年不少中国年轻人成为2栖青年、斜杠青年，有观点认为这些新就业方式的兴起，除了是因为新经济形态的出现，更是因为年轻人面对的就业环境越来越严峻。请问您怎么看？今年中国高校毕业生将达到1100万，您如何评估中国今年的就业形势？政协在改善中国年轻人就业环境上有哪些建议？谢谢。
联合早报 of Singapore. In recent years, many Chinese youngsters have become /youth, a term referring to those who simultaneously pursue multiple careers. Some people think that the rise of new employment forms is on one hand due to emergence of new business models, and on the other, caused by a more challenging environment for job seekers. What is your view? It is also estimated that 11 million college graduates will enter the job market this year. How do you see China's employment going forward? What advice will the National Committee give to promote youth employment? Thank you.
这个联合早报记者问到斜杠青
You
年、
asked about
两栖青年，
slash
主要
youth,
指的是从事一些
which refers
新就
to
业形态，是吧？他可能从
those
事
who
年
seek
轻人从
new
事
means
多
of
种工作
employment.
他可能网约车司机，
They are on
同
different
时呢，有可能
careers
在
at
互
the
联网
same
上搞
time. For
咨询
example, via the internet or becoming car healing
搞那些
drivers at the same time.
咨询或者做一些
Engaging in
教育
consultative
这样的不同的
operation
新的就业
or
形态。但我想你问的问题
educational
主要是关于青年人的就业
And you
形
asked
势，是
about
吧？和全国政
the
协
employment
怎
situation
么来
of youth
看这些问题？
and how does the
全国政协
CPPCC
对
view
就业
this
工作对
issue.
就业问题
The
是十分关
CPPCC
注的，
National Committee pays great
围绕
attention to
稳定
jobs
和促进就业
and has
开展了
done
大
a
量
great
工
deal
作，开
in
展大量
stabilizing
工
and
作。
promoting
政
jobs.
协委员提交了大量提案，每
Our
年
members made many relevant
像
proposals.
今年两会开会，肯定
For
有很多
example,
委员又会围绕
during
着
this year's
新
two
形势下
sessions,
的就业提出新的意见和
our members
建议。
will propose
哎
more
那
suggestions.
么去年
Last
这
year,
个经济委员会以支持中
the
小企
Committee
业
on
和个
Economic
体工
Affairs
商户
carried
稳
out a
定发
special
展、增
research
加
on
就业为
supporting
主
jobs
题
of
的
SMEs
经济
and
委员会、
self-employed
教科卫体
households.
委员会
The Committee on Education,
持续做
Science,
好高
Health
校
and
毕业
Sports
生就业为
conducted
主
a
题，
special
开展
research
了专
on
项调
college
研。他们
graduates
专项调研
employment.
就会提出报告、提出建议，来
The
作为协商
reports
议政的一项重要内容。
and suggestions during these
8月
sessions
份，
will be
全
an
国政
important
协
part of their
召开了
proposals.
专题议政性常委
Last
会会议，
August, the National
围绕
Committee
坚
held
持
a
实施就业优
topic-specific
先政策
standing committee
开展了
deliberation on
专
adhering
题
to
的
the
协商、
employment first
建言
policy.
献策。这个专题议政性常委会是我们政协
Topic-specific
协商议政的
deliberation
一个很重要的形
is an
式。
important
常委会会议
method
专门围绕这个
for
主题来讨论。
deliberation and
汪洋
consultations
主
in
席
the
啊，出席
CPPCC.
了会议。
Chairman Wang Yang
11位
attended the
全国政
meeting.
协常委
11 members
从
of
促
the
进
Standing
就业的
Committee
不同角
provided
度做
insights from
重
different
点发言。
perspectives on how to promote jobs.
发改委、财政部、人社
Officials
部
from 15
15
ministries
家
and
部委的有
commissions,
关负责
including the
同志
NDRC, the
也出
Ministry
席
of
了
Finance, and
这样
Ministry
的
of
一
Human
个
Resources
专
and
题议
Social
政性常委
Security
会。
attended the meeting.
与会的委员们
The members who
和
are attending the
发
meeting
表意见，和政府官员们大家互动交流
and。interacted
政协委
with
员提出的
officials.
很多意见和建议
Many
啊，
proposals
都被
were
采纳。
adopted and
应该
helped
说，
stabilize
对于
jobs.
稳就业啊，发挥了积极的作用。
Those
很多意
members
见
played an
被政府
important
部门
role
重视采
in the whole
纳。
process.
你说到了今年的就业问题，
You talked about this
委员
year's
们认为啊
employment.
今年就业总量压力
CPPCC members
确
noted
实
that
是
the
比较
pressure
大
on aggregate job
光高校
creation
毕
this
业
year
生
is
预
quite
计有
large.
1100
College graduates
50多
will
万人，
exceed
是吧？在
11.5
就业
million.
在就业的人数比较多。同时呢，劳动者的技能素
Meanwhile,
养与岗
there's a
位需
gap
求啊
between skills
存
workers
在落
have
差，
and
结
skills
构性的
needed
矛
for
盾呢
jobs.
也比较
Structural
突
issues
出。
are more pronounced.
稳就业呢，仍然面临着不少
Ensuring
困难
stable
和挑战。
employment still faces many challenges.
但同时啊，
However,
今年稳定就业
we
也
also
面
have
临
favorable
有利条
conditions
件。
this year.
随着防疫政策优化
As
调
we
整
optimize
和稳经济
COVID-19 response
各项举
policies
措的进一步
and
落
further
实，
implement measures to
我国经
stabilize
济
the
啊
economy,
将持续恢复，
China's economy
将
will
为
continue to
稳就业
recover,
提供坚实支撑，
thus providing
啊，
a
企
solid
业
underpinning
这
for
个
a
营业
stable
啊各方面都会
employment.
正常起来。各地各部
Everything
门
will
出
go
台
back
的
to
一系
normal.
列政策举措落地
As a
实
series
施，
of
也将
measures
为
by
稳就业
localities and
提
departments
供
are
有力保障
implemented, a stable
这2天
employment
我
will
看
be strongly
国务院新
supported.
闻办举行
The
记者会啊
SCIO,，
请政府部门的
held a
负责人
press
介绍
conference
今年的
recently.
工作，很多
Officials
政
from
府部门
relevant
在讲今年
departments
工作的时
briefed
候，
us on
都把稳就业
employment
作为了一
and
项
their
重要的内
relevant
容。
work. Employment is an
关于如
important
何
part
促进
of
就业，委员们
competent
啊
departments.
提出了许多很好
On how
的
to
建议。
promote jobs, members
有的
proposed
委员
many
认
good
为
ideas.
企业稳，
Some
就业
suggest
才
that
能稳；
stable
企业壮大，
jobs
就业才能
and
壮
more
大。
jobs hinges
要把现
on
有
the
的企
development
业
of
是吧
companies.
维护好、发展好。
We need to protect and
也有的委
encourage
员
the
指出，
development of
要
companies.
加快发展
Some noted
新
that
兴产业
it，is important to
加大
develop
对中小
emerging
微企业
industries
在
and
财
scale
政
up、
税
assistance
收
for micro,
社保
small, and
等方面
medium-sized
的
enterprises
扶
in
持
fiscal
和
policy,
优惠力度，
taxation, and social security,
保持和创造
so as to
更多
maintain
的
and
就业
create
岗
more
位。
jobs.
有的委员认为啊，
Some
应加
said
强
that
对
it is
快递、
imperative to
外
protect
卖、
rights and
网约
interests
车
of
啊
express and
这样
food
从业人
delivery
员
and
的
car
权益
hailing
保障，
workers,
积极推动和
and
引导新
actively
就业
promote
形态
and
的发
guide
展。
new means of
你刚才
employment.
说到的2期青年，
For example, example, the
还有
slash
像
use that
斜
you
杠青
mentioned.
年啊，就不同的这个新就业形态的
Those
这
who
样
are
的
seeking，
包括互联
new
网上
means of
就诊啊、
employment
互联网教育啊等等，是吧？
including
新就业形
online
态
education,
要
etc.
推动他们、引导
will
他
be
们、鼓
encouraged
励他们
and
啊
guided
发展好。
in order to
有的
have
委
a
员
better
认为，
life.
对高校毕业生就
Some
业
suggest that
要创新工作思
new
路
methods
和办
and
法，
effective
出
measures
台
are
切实
needed
有
to
效的
help
措施
college
啊，进
graduates
行帮
to
扶。
land
这
jobs.
2年应该做了大量的工作，是
We've
吧？
done
如果
a
你
great
们
deal
到高
in
校
this
了解一下，
area
为了
in recent
帮助
years
大学生的就业，确实开展了大量工作，社会各界啊
to
各
help
个方面
college graduates
包
land
括地方
jobs,
政府，大家一起在努
including
力。 是吧？
local governments and
有的委员
relevant
指出，
departments.
要大力宣传引导社会啊，
Some propose
更加
to
重视技
raise
能的
public awareness
观
of
念，
skills,
创造人尽其才
enable
的空
everyone
间，
to
使
unleash
人才的
full
成长和
potential
流动啊
and，better serve
与
national development
国家
and
的发
social
展
demand with
社
the
会的
growth
需求
and flow of
要更加
talent.
契合起来。哎，这是一个，也是我们做好就业工作的一个重要
This is
方面。
also the key of our
同时，
work.
委员也提出啊，要加强对脱贫
Members
人
also
员、
suggested
农民
to
工啊
protect
等
jobs
种
of
田人
key
群啊
groups,
的就业的
such as
保障。
those lifted out of poverty and
就
rural
业问
migrant
题啊，关
workers.
系到千家万户，
Jobs are
是一项
important for
系统
every
工程。
household. Therefore, it
需要
is a systemic
政府、
project that needs
企业、
concerted effort
相关
of
机构和
government,
个人啊，
companies,
大家一起努
institutions,
力，
and the whole society.
各方共同努力，促就业。全国政协呢
The
将
National
继续把
Committee of the
就业问题作为
CPPCC will
协商
continue
议
to
政的一个重
prioritize
点工
jobs
作，
in
积极
consultations
建
and
言，
deliberations,
凝聚共识，
actively
为
make
稳定和
proposals,
促进就业
and
啊
pull
贡
consensus
献力
to
量。
stabilize and promote
谢谢。
jobs. Thank you.
请继续举手提问。请中区第3排有请第2位记者。
谢谢主持人。发言人您好，我是香港大公文汇传媒集团的记者。去年年底以来，我国不断的优化调整疫情防控措施，成功实现了疫情防控的平稳转段。请问发言人对此怎么看？另外，围绕疫情防控，政协都做了哪些工作？谢谢。
大公文汇 of Hong Kong. Since late last year, China has been optimizing its COVID response protocols, which has smoothly and steadily transitioned into a new stage. Mr. Spokesperson, what is your take on this? What has the National Committee done in this regard? Thank you.
好，谢谢大公文汇记者的提问哈。
Thank you for your
那个
question.
新冠疫情发生3年来啊，
In the past
在以习
3
近平
years
同志为
since
核心
COVID
的
struck,
党中央
under
的
the
坚
strong
强领导
leadership
下，
of the CPC
我
Central
国
Committee
坚
with
持
Comrade
人
Xi
民至
Jinping
上，
at its core,
生命至上，
China has put the people
因
first
时
and put
因
life
势
first,
优化调整，
adapted our
防控
COVID
政策
response in light of the evolving
措施
situation,
高效统筹
effectively
疫情防控
coordinated
啊和
COVID
经济社
response
会
and
发展，
economic and social
有
development,
效地保护了
and
人
protected
民群众
the life and
生命安
health
全和
of the people.
身体健康。经过全党全国各族人民
With
的
the joint
同心抗疫
efforts，of the
我国
CPC,
已
the armed
度
forces,
过了
and people of
本
all
轮
ethnic groups,
疫情流行，
China has passed
社
this
会
round
生
of
产
infection.
生活加快恢复
Life
正
and
常。
work has returned to
疫
normal,
情防控啊，
and China's
取得
efforts
了
to
重
fight
大
COVID
决定
have
性的
scored a
胜利。
major decisive victory.
当前啊，要认真贯
At
彻
the
执
current
行
stage,
党中央
we're
关于新阶
earnestly
段
following
疫
through
情防
on
控
the
的
decisions and plans of
决策部
the
署
CPC Central
落实
Committee
好
and
一类一管的
implementing the
各项措施。
readjusted measures of COVID response.
在疫情防控的斗争中啊，也
In
涌
our
现出
fight
了许
against the
多
pandemic,
感人的
emerged many touching stories.
在去年年底这波疫情高峰时，
During the
广大
infection
医务人
peak
员
at the end of last
面
year,
对
medical
复杂困难的局
professionals
面
overcame
发
complex
扬崇高
challenges,
的职业精神啊，
exemplified
和奋不顾身
professionalism
的
and
献身精神，
dedication,
投入到
and
长时
treated
间
patients
高强度、
through
超
long
负荷
hours
的
at
救治工
high
作中。
intensity.
这些医务人员中啊，
Among
也
those
包括
medical
不少
professionals,
我们医药卫生
many
界
are
的各级
CPPCC
政协委
members
员，
at all levels.
既有往届的委
Some of
员，
them
也有14
served
届啊
in the
新任的
13th
委员。在媒体报
CPPCC
道上
National
大家可以
Committee,
看
and
到
some
啊
are new members.
各行各业的许多普通劳动者
Ordinary
为抗击
people
疫
in
情
other
和
professions
经济社会发展
also made
做出了
important
重要贡献。
contributions to fighting COVID and
许多基层
ensuring
工作者
economic
啊
and social
坚守
development.
岗位，
The community workers
快递小哥
bravely
和
stuck to their posts
外卖
through
员
it all.
奔波在路上，
Couriers delivering
为居家
parcel
百
and
姓啊
food rushing in the
打通
streets to
保障
ensure
生活
smooth
打
logistics
通啊生活保
of
障的
daily
最
necessities.
后1公里。超市、便利店的
Shop
服务员
assistants,
克服困难，
sales associates in the supermarket and the
永不
convenience
停业
store
的
continued their
不
work
自不
to
济战。
ensure unimpeded supplies.
广大民众啊，在疫
Facing
情面
the
前
pandemic, the
坚定
Chinese
信心，
people stood in solidarity, forged ahead with confidence and mutual support, and together they demonstrated fully the fine qualities of the Chinese nation. So what role the CPPCC has played in this process? The members have given full play to their strength, treating patients on the front line, conducting scientific research to fight the virus, and doing whatever they can in their respective fields. They also actively contributed their wisdom. The National Committee conducted political consultation and deliberation through meetings, proposals, and information sharing. It convened bi-weekly consultative seminars themed on improving the prevention and control mechanism for major epidemics and on strengthening the safety net of public health. Many thematic seminars were hosted on COVID response. Many policy recommendations were adopted by central departments. Looking forward, the CPPCC National Committee will continue to give advice on coordinating COVID response and economic and social development under the new circumstances, improving medical and healthcare systems, preventing major public health incidents, and accelerating high-quality development. Some proposals are implemented in progress, and some other proposals are included in this year's plan. Thank you.
请中间这个第二排这位戴眼镜这位男记者提问。
谢谢主持人。新华社记者提问。那么我们知道，数字经济呢是近年来的一个热词，也成为我们国家经济的一个新的重要增长。然后我们了解到啊，就是全国政协也是围绕数字经济组织了一系列的这个调研和考察。那么想请问在这方面我们有哪些的建议？谢谢。
新华 News Agency。Digital economy, a buzzword in recent years, has become a new important driver for China's economy. We learned that the National Committee carried out a series of inspections and studies on this. What recommendations have been made? Thank you.
新华社记者问了一个很重要的问题啊，数字经济啊，现在越来越重要。
This is indeed an important question. The digital economy is becoming increasingly important for our national economy.
社会公众对它的认识啊，
And the public
也
is developing
越来越加强
more
了，
understanding
是吧？大
about
家
it
越来越认识到数字经济啊对未来发展
and
的
becoming to
重要性。
recognize the importance of the digital economy.
现在渗透到我们生活方方面面了，民众啊，
It is
你看很
now
多民众，尤其
part
年轻
of
人，
our
对
society
像
and everyday
5G
life.
啊、
Terms
大
like
数据啊、
5G, big
人
data,
工智能啊、
cloud
云计
computing,
算啊，还有
AI
区块链
and
啊等等，
blockchain
大家都
are in
耳熟能详，
everyday
是吧？
conversations.
那么尤其是最近一些新的技术产品的
Recently,
投
we
入
have
使
also
用，
seen some
也
new
引起了社会的
technologies
公众
being
的广
put
泛的
into use,
关注。
drawing intense
那么
interest from the
全
general
国政
public.
协呢，确实
The
对数字
National
经济的发展
Committee
是十分重视。
is indeed
近年来啊，
highly interested
将数字
in
经
this
济的发
topic.
展
We have
作为
made
协
it
商议政的一
an
个重要
important
的议
topic
题，
in our consultation and
充分
deliberation,
发挥啊政协
tapping
人才
into
和
our
智力的
strengths
优
in
势，
human resources
积
and
极助
knowledge.
力数字
We
经济的
gave
发
strong
展。
support
像
to
每
the
年
growth
的
of the digital
提案
economy.
是吧？开协商会，
We have worked
我们
with our
政协还专
proposals,
门
with our consultation
组织过
seminars,
常委会啊，专门听取关于数字经济发展的这样的一个报告，
and
是吧？报告。
submitted reports
那么
to the standing
媒体也
committee.
做过不少报道，尤其是去年5
The
月啊，
media has also
全
been
国政
following
协
our work.
在前
In
期
May
深入
last
调
year,
研的
on
基
the
础上
basis， of in-depth
召
research,
开了
we
推动数
held
字
a
经济持续
consultation
健康发
meeting
展
on
的一个
promoting sustained
专
and
题协商
healthy
会。
development of the digital
会
economy.
前和会议期间，
Before and during the
170 多
meeting,
位委
more
员
than
通过
170
线
members
上线下
gave their
相结合的
opinions
方
and
式啊，
suggestions online
围绕
and
数字经济
offline
发展中的
on the important,
难点、重点和堵
difficult
点
and bottleneck issues facing
发
the
表意
digital
见
economy.
提出建议。委员们认为啊，
Members
数字经济
noted
啊，
that
对于
digital
改造
technologies
提
are
升传统
important
产业
for
促进经济
transforming
增
and
长
upgrading the
具有
traditional sector
重要意
and
义，
promoting economic
而
growth.
且是构建
It is a key
现代化
engine
经济体
for
系
building a
的
modern
重要引擎
economic system.
对未来发展是吧？
It's
一个关
critical
键
for
重
our
要的。
future development.
我国数字经济呢，在
In this
关键
sector,
元器件
China
和
still
工业
faces
软件等核心技
bottleneck
术
issues
上，
on key
仍面
components
临
and core
卡脖
technologies
子的
such
风
as
险，
industrial
必须要
software.
抓紧补
It's
齐
imperative to shore
关键
up the
短板，
weak links
夯实
and
数字经济
strengthen
发展
the
的基
foundation.
础。要加快
There
数
should
据
also be a
流通市场化的建
well-developed
设，
market for data
用好用
flows
足
so as to make a good
数据
and
的
full
资
use
源。
of data
要推
resources.
动数字
The
经济
digital
制造业
economy should
的
be integrated
融合，
with the
这是
manufacturing
项很重要
sector,
的工作，现在各地都在进行，
which is being
促
done
进
across
传
the
统制
country
造
to
业
transform
转
and
型
upgrade
升级，
the traditional manufacturing
主动适应
industries.
数字经
It's
济
also
发展
important to
的特
proactively
征，
adapt to the features
既要
of the
防
digital
范
economy.
安全风险，
Security risks need to
又
be
要防
addressed,
范发
and
展
risks of
受阻的
development
风
being
险，就
subdued
是
should
数
also
据的运
be
用要
preempted.
处理好这样的一个
So
关
we
系，
should strike a
要把
balance.
监管纳入到法治
Supervision
框
should
架
be
中，
part of the legal
要
framework.
加强安全
We
体系
must
建设，
bolster
筑
our
牢
security system
我国
to
数
effectively
字安全的屏
protect
障。
our country's
像在
digital
协商会
security.
也好，在提案也
In
好，
our
我们很多建
consultations
议
and
向
proposals,
政府有关部门
Many of our
报
members
诉，应
have
该说发挥了积极
shared
的作用。
their opinions on
在
this
建言执政
question.
的同时啊，
In
许
addition
多
to sharing
科技
their
界和企业
ideas,
家委员
our members from the
积极投
science
身
and
实践，
technology sector and the
致
business
力于数字
community
经
are
济
also
的
taking real
研
actions
究啊
in
和应用，
digital economy R&D
推
and
动数字经济
application
啊赋能
using digital
高质
technology
量
to
发展。
promote high quality
谢谢。
development. Thank you.
请继续提问。请西区第3排中间这位女记者提问。
谢谢主持人。发言人您好，我是光明日报记者。近年来，全国政协开展委员读书活动，推进书香政协建设。请问，读书活动开展情况如何？在增强委员履职能力方面发挥了什么作用？谢谢。
Guo Weimin Daily. In the past few years, the National Committee has been running a book reading program to foster a reading culture in the CPPCC. How has the program been going? In what way has it helped members better carry out their work? Thank you.
这个光明日报记者提问的哈，
Thank you for
那
your
个
question.
我跟秘书长我们还在交流，那个我们一些媒体啊，
talking with my
尤其是光明
Secretary
日报，
General
也积极支持和参
about
与我们
the support
全国
we
政
have
协
been
的读
getting
书活
from
动。
our media friends, including 光明
我们也很
Daily,
感谢啊，我们
Thank
媒
you
体
for
也
your
做了很多
support
报道。
and
这个
the
读书
work you
活
have
动呢
done.
是全国政协啊这些年开展的一项
This
重要
program is
活动。
indeed an important part of our
你问了一
work
下这个进
in
展情
recent
况，
years.
那么我想介绍一下，
As
就
to
2020
progress,
年啊，委员读书
Since
活动
its
启动之
launch in
初，
early
习近平总
2020,
书记
General
啊
Secretary Xi
做出
Jinping
重
gave
要批
full
示，
recognition to the
对全国
value
政
of
协
this
开展读书活
program,
动啊给予充分肯定，
and he
并且
also
啊提出了
gave us
明确的要求，
clear instructions
全
on
国
how
政协
to
啊
carry out this
认真贯
program.
彻习近平总书
Following
记
his
的重要指示精神，
guidance,
依托网络
we
移动
used
平台、
mobile platforms,
线上线下
conducted
相结
online
合，
and offline
读
sessions,
书学习啊
and
和助力
integrated
履
book
职
reading with
相结
job
合。
delivery.
读书活动
This
有声有
program
色，
has shown
为推进人民
great
政协
vigor
工作啊
and
发
helped
挥了
to
重要的作用
improve。the
这
CPPCC's
个进展
work.
我从以下几个方面简单的做个介绍。读书活动啊，推动了书香政
It
协
has
建
helped
设。
us to foster a reading
从2020年4月启
CPPCC.
动至今啊，
Since its launch in
全国政
April
协先后开
2020,
展
the
17
National
读书活
Committee
动，
has conducted 10
开
reading
设新
sessions,
发展理念与经济
created a
增
number
长，
of reading groups on the
双
new
碳
development
战略再
philosophy
行
and
动，
economic growth,
构建
between
人类命
carbon
运共同
targets
体
and
的
building a community with a shared
147个读
future
者群、
for
读书
mankind,
群，有
altogether
好多读书群。其实刚才
147.
说到，我们围绕数字经济的议题，也专门开展过
We
设
also
过
have a
数字经
reading
济的一
group
个读书
on
群。
digital economy.
参与的委员啊，数
This
字
program is
人
involving
数逐年
more
增
and
加，
more
目
members.
前的参与率达到
Now,
98%，
98%
覆盖
of
了
of our
34
entire
个
membership
界别，
and
应
covering
该说
all
委
the
员的
34
参与率
sectors.
是很高。我刚才说我
So
们
it is
2个 APP， 一
widely
个委员履职平
popular
台，一
with
个是
our
读书平台
members.。
汪洋主席啊，
Chairperson Wang Yang and the Vice Chairpersons often join our members in their reading sessions. Sometimes they just walk in and become part of the discussion. In 2022, while further improving our mobile platform, we also built a brick-and-mortar academy. So the functions of the APP have been enhanced, and we also have a physical site for reading activities. These activities helped our members better fulfill their mandate. For example, we set up groups on rural revitalization and common prosperity. Experts were invited to share their insight, and members had in-depth exchanges and shared their views. Our count shows that the opinions shared by our members in these groups later fed into over 200 proposals, CPPCC bulletins, and special reports providing important information for the decision-making of the relevant departments. We have colleagues taking note of their opinions and put them into reports and share them with the relevant government agencies. We respect the leading position of our members in these activities. Based on their needs in doing their job and their field of interest, we set up various kinds of reading groups and invited members from different sectors to act as group leaders and tutors. Some will soon be very well known among the members because they are the tutors. In these exchanges, members are encouraged to share different views to foster a culture of consultation. The program has increasingly become a new channel for our members to discharge their duty and to have cross-sectoral exchanges with one another. They can do their job while reading books in this group, and they can also share ideas in these groups all day long. It has also produced good spillover effects. For example, the reading group on the Civil Code, which has experts interpreting typical cases, has drawn a large group of followers on social media and received more than 100 million views. We put together some thoughtful works by our members on the book they read and published a 12-volume book. We also carried out other activities which enhanced the influence of this program. These activities encouraged reading by the general public and contributed to the building of a reading society. Together with Guangmin Daily and the National Library, we carried out a number of events. Our media friends were also there. It has a great social impact. The National Committee has also encouraged reading by the local committees. Now the National Committee is in partnership with the 21 provincial committees to carry out joint reading activities, and 31 provincial committees have their own reading mechanisms and have carried out various kinds of reading activities. Thank you.
好，请大家继续提问，请举手示意。请中区第2排，靠过道那位戴眼镜的记者提问。
谢谢主持人。日本共同社的叶志亮提问。今年是习近平主席倡导"一带一路"10周年。面向下一个10年，中方怎样发展"一带一路"，并防范增加债务的风险？谢谢。
Kyoto News. This year marks the 10th anniversary of the Belt and Road Initiative proposed by President Xi Jinping. In the coming decade, how will China advance Belt and Road cooperation and prevent debt risks in the process? Thank you.
今年是一带一路10周年哈。
This year marks the 10th anniversary of the Belt and Road Initiative. In 2013, President Xi Jinping proposed the BRI. Now, 10 years have passed. The BRI has advanced steadily and achieved fruitful outcomes, which could be seen from the following aspects. First, the BRI has enjoyed growing international support. By mid-February, China had signed over 200 cooperation documents with 151 countries and 32 international organizations. Second, practical cooperation has deepened. The China Laws Railway is officially up and running. The Piraeus port is in good operation. And at the same time, a group of small yet smart programs on agriculture, health, and poverty reduction have been carried out. In the past 10 years, China's annual trade with countries along the Belt and Road Initiative has increased from $1.04 trillion to $2.07 trillion. Third, cultural exchanges have been strengthened. Luban Workshop and other brands of cultural and education exchange, the Silk Road International League of Theaters, the Silk Road International Alliance of Museums, and the Silk Road International Arts Festival are operating soundly. Also, there have been very frequent and active cooperation among think tanks and media groups. The BRI is not only about infrastructure, it also covers people-to-people exchanges. You shared with us your concern about the prevention of debt risk. Actually, China attaches great importance to the prevention of debt risk, and in pursuing Belt and Road cooperation, China has all along followed international practices and the principle of debt sustainability. China promotes a long-term, stable, sustainable, and risk-resilient investment and financing framework. Upholding economic and social benefits, China stays committed to providing loans in light of the conditions of the recipient country and committed to not causing new debt risk or financial burden. Following the principle of equal participation and shared benefits and risks, China, together with other 29 countries, have ratified the guiding principles on financing the development of the Belt and Road, highlighting the importance of debt sustainability for participating governments, financial institutions, and companies. This is a topical document specifically on debt sustainability. On top of that, China also published the Debt Sustainability Framework for participating countries of the Belt and Road Initiative. This is a technical document to help participating countries improve their debt management. The BRI mainly focuses on infrastructure and production. It has brought effective investment and quality assets to participating countries and boosted the country's economy and living standards. There are some people out there claiming that it is China that makes the debt trap in an attempt to smear the BRI and China's image. Such claim is nothing but fabrication. It is baseless and ill-intentioned. Noises as such will not interfere or impede the development of the BRI. We'll continue to furthering the development of BRI and take the BRI's 10th anniversary as a good opportunity to further strengthen infrastructure connectivity, enhance the quality and efficiency of trade and investment, deepen cultural exchange, explore new opportunities in green development, public health security, and digital areas. We'll continue to improve risk prevention and control systems so as to achieve greater progress of the BRI and provide new energy and space for global economic cooperation. In recent years, focusing on the Belt and Road innovation cooperation, green development, and people-to-people exchanges, the CPPCC National Committee has conducted many topical researches and bi-weekly consultative seminars to solicit opinions and build consensus. In the next step, we'll continue to do our part and help the BRI go further in a steady manner. Thank you.
请继续提问。请中区第2排靠过道的这位女记者提问。
谢谢主持人。中评社记者提问：我们看到，随着大陆的防疫措施的这个优化调整啊，两岸民众都非常期盼两岸交流能够春暖花开。那今年以来呢，两岸也开展了一系列的这个交流活动啊。那请问发言人，您对此有何看法？那全国政协在促进两岸交流方面发挥了哪些作用？谢谢。
China Review News. As the mainland adjusts its COVID response measures, people on both sides of the strait look forward to embracing a warm spring in cross-strait exchanges. Since the start of this year, a series of events have been held for that purpose. Mr. Spokesperson, how do you see these developments? What role has the National Committee played in facilitating such exchanges? Thank you.
香港中评社哈，你们好像比较多的是在关注和报道两岸，说两岸事务、两
I
岸
can
交
see
流
that you have been following with great interest the
问到两岸
cross-strait
交流的情况，我
relations
想
and
两岸
exchanges.
各领域的交流合作啊，开展30
Exchanges and
年了，
cooperation across
应该
the
具有深厚的
strait
基
has
础
been going
啊
on for
和
over 30
内在
years.
的动
There
力，
is a strong
也是大势所
foundation
趋。
and motivation. It is also
全国
the
政协啊，
prevailing
秉
trend.
持两岸
The
一家
National
亲的理
Committee
念，
believes that the
致
Chinese
力于
people on both
促进
sides of the
两岸
Taiwan
同胞
Strait
的
belong
交
to
流合
one
作。
family and is
5年
dedicated
来啊，
to facilitating
全国政
the
协组织
exchanges
有
and
关政协委
cooperation
员
across the
开
strait.
展了
In the past 5
视
years,
察
the
考
National
察、
Committee
专
organized
题调
inspection
研、
tours,
对口
special
协商等
topic study tours
协
for
商议政活
relevant
动，
members
提出啊工作建议，中
so
协
that
开
they
展了
can carry out
很多这方面的协商
research
议政
and
活动，
provide their suggestions
推动
and
落
help
实
promote the
促进
implementation
两岸
of
经济
policy
文化
measures
交流合作
designed
的
to
政策措
promote
施，
economic and cultural
积极
exchange and
参与
cooperation
啊
across
举办
the
海峡
Taiwan
论
Strait.
坛，
We took an active
打
part
造
in
两岸
holding the
民
Straits
间交
Forum,
流交
built
往的
new
新
platform
平台，
for non-governmental
形成
exchange
与岛内民
and
意代表、
developed mechanisms
村里
for
长啊
communication with
交
the
流体
leading
制，
public voices and heads of
邀请台湾代
community-level
表
units in
参加
Taiwan.
纪念辛亥革命
We
110周年等
invited
重大
representatives
活
from
动，
Taiwan to
举
take
办
part
河
in
洛
major
文
events
化
such
研
as
讨会
the
等系列文
110th
化的交
anniversary
流
of
活
the
动，
1911 revolution
促进
and held
两岸
cultural
同胞
events
啊
such as Heluo Culture
情
Symposium
感交融。
to enhance the
心灵契合。
cultural bond and connection
在新的
between
时期，新征程
compatriots on
上，
both sides of the strait.
我
On
们
a
将
new journey,
全
we
面
will
贯彻
continue to
中共
fully
20
implement
大的精神，
the
坚持和平统一、一国两
instructions
制
set
的
out at the
基
20th
本方针，
CPC National Congress,
坚持
uphold the basic
一个中国
principles
原
of
则
peaceful
和
reunification
九二共识，
and one country, two
坚决
systems,
反对台独
and the
分裂
1992
和
consensus,
外
stand
来干
firmly
涉，
opposed to the separatist
要
activities
和
by
平，
Taiwan
要
independence
发
forces
展，
and foreign interference.
要交流
The，desire for peace,
要合作，
development,
是
exchange,
两
and
岸同胞
cooperation
的
is shared
共同
by
心声。
compatriots on both
在大陆疫
sides.
情防控进入新阶
As
段
the
的形
mainland
势下，
enters a new stage in
全国政协
pandemic
啊
response,
将
the National
继续
Committee
推
will
进
continue
与台湾各界人士
to
的交流交
promote
往，
exchange and interactions with
共同
people
推
from
动
all walks of
两岸
life
关系
in Taiwan
和平
and
发
work
展，
together with
融
them
合发展，
to promote peaceful
团
and
结广大台
integrated
湾同胞，
development in cross-strait
推
relations.
进
We will work
祖国
with the
统一
compatriots
大业，
in Taiwan to promote
共创中华
national
民族
reunification
伟
and
大复
usher
兴
in
的
a better future
美好未
of the
来。
rejuvenation of the
谢谢。
Chinese nation. Thank you.
好，由于时间关系啊，我们 下面最后一个问题，请举手示意。请后排一点的记者提问吧。好，后面那个戴眼镜那个男记者提问。
谢谢主持人。南方都市报 N 视频记者提问。14届全国政协委员呢即将履职，请问新一届全国政协委员的构成有什么特点？您作为老的政协委员有什么感受？对新一届政协委员的履职您有什么期待？谢谢。
Southern Metropolis Daily. Members of the 14th CPPCC National Committee are getting ready for their term. Can you briefly describe the composition of the new National Committee? Mr. Spokesperson, you also served on the last committee. What is your reflection? What expectations do you have for the new members in performing their duty? Thank you.
南都报记者是问了一个是14届政协委员的构成特点，是吧？组成特点。
You asked about the composition of the new CPPCC committee and my personal reflection expectation.
这个组成特点。
I'll start with the first question.
14届全国政协
The
委员
14th CPPCC National Committee
2169名，来自
2,169 members coming from 34 sectors.
非中共委员
Among them, 60.8%
个民族都有委员。
are non-CPC members, and all 56 ethnic groups are represented.
作为最广泛爱国统一战
As
线
the
组
National
织和协
Committee
商民族
represents the
民族重
broadest
要渠道的要
patriotic
求。
united front organization and a major channel for consultative
一
democracy,
是代表性广泛，
the composition of
委员
the
基本涵盖
new
各领域
committee
各方面，
has the following
分布
features.
比较广泛。
First, wide representation. The members
结构
come
进一步
from
优
all
化，
walks of life and cover
积极
a
推
wide
荐
range
在
of
实施
area.
国家重大战略发展战
Second,
略，
improved
打好
structure.
三大
Those who
攻坚
have
战
made outstanding contributions to
疫情防控
major tasks such
防
as
灾
implementing
减
major
灾
national
等重大
development
斗争
strategies,
重大任
tackling
务中表现突
poverty
出
and
的
pollution,
优
fighting
秀分子
COVID, and tiding over
作为
disasters were
委员
recommended as
也统筹考
CPPCC
虑
member.
民族、宗
Religious
教
figures,
以及
ethnic
非公有制
minorities,
经
and
济人
people
士
working in non-public
新的
sectors
社会阶层人士的
or
安排。
new social stratum
这第二
were
个。
also
第三
taken
呢
into account.
新任和连任的比例比较适当，
Third,
在保留一定
a
数
proper
量
mix of
13届
new
委员
and
的基础
re-elected
上，
members,
补充一批
while a
各
certain
行各
amount
业的
of
优秀人才。
CPPCC members have served in the previous
40
national
委员素质
committee,
较
a group
高，
of new members
普遍具有
across
良好
sectors will
的
join us.
思想政治素养、
Fourth,
专
high
业素
quality.
质、文化素质和较
The
强的
members of the new
参政
national
议政
committee
能
are
力。
politically sound and
群众基础
professional,
和
actively
社会
participate
形
in the
象
deliberation
较好。
and administration of state
这是对
affairs
这
and
些委
enjoy
员
a
大
close
致有这么一
bond
些
with the
特点。
people and a good
谈到作
social
为
image.
13届委员、老委员的一个感受，
As for my personal
我觉
reflection,
得5年时间弹指一挥间，
I do feel that
政协
the
工作
past 5 years
应该说给我留下了难以忘怀
have
的
passed in the twinkling of
记忆。
an eye. The experience at the CPPCC
我们
made
13
an
届
indelible impression
这
on
回
me.
顾这5年我们13届的
In
委
the
员们一
past
起
5 years,
认真学习，贯彻
the
习近平
CPPCC
新时代
members
中国特
have
色社会主
earnestly
义思
studied
想，
and implemented the Xi
努力
Jinping
围绕
thought
中
on
心
socialism with Chinese
服务大局，
characteristics, focused
参
on
加
central
协
tasks,
商议政
served the
活
big
动，
picture interests, participated
提
in
案，
political consultation
参加调
and
研，
deliberation,
协商议政的
filed
活动，
proposals,
是吧？
conducted
建言执政
research,
提
and
出自己的意
actively
见。
provided policy
在这个
recommendations.
过程中对政协在
In this
建设
process,
社会主义民主
we
政治
gained a deeper
推动国
understanding
家
of the
事业发
significance
展
of
中
the
的重
CPPCC
要性的认识越来越深
in
入，
promoting socialist
对
democracy
政协
and
工作的
pursuing
感
progress
情
in the cause of the
也
country.
越来越深入
We。have also developed a closer tie
政协委员
to
中
this
有一
organization.
句话，一届政
There's a
协委
saying
员
in the CPPCC
一生
that
政协
be a
情
member
愿。
one time, be committed the whole life.
我和不少委员们交流，
I have talked to
大家说，
many members. We
政
all
协委
agree
员是一份
that
荣誉，
being a CPPCC
更
member
是一份责任。
is an honor, but more importantly,
做好政协
a
工作
responsibility.
要有一定的专业知识
It，requires
因为你要懂政协
expertise
是吧？了解政协协商议政的形式。刚才我说了很多形式你要了解。另外，你要有本
But
行业、本
more
专业的知识
importantly,
是吧？ 更要有家国
must have
情怀。
a lofty cause, a lofty sense of keeping the country in mind.
交流的时候说哈，就政协委员要有
Some
功成
members
不必在我，
say that a
功成
qualified
必定由我的这样的
CPPCC
一
member
个
must
精神
have a sense of
就
mission
是你要
of
积极
not
地去参与
claiming credit,
这些工
but
作，参与
always
这
making
场
sure
议
to
政
contribute to the
可能
success
你
of the
发现了一个
cause.
问题，关于民生啊，关于推
For
动
any
社会
CPPCC
发展的
member,
一些建议。
when
那
they
么
identify
一个提案，一个建议，
specific
参加一次
problems
会议，
and
也许不
submit
会马上
a
产生效果，
proposal,
但是我们持续性的开展工作，
they will
和
do
其他委
this
员一起
continuously.
开展工作，在这
and
个过
together
程中
with
也和
other
相关
members
部门大家一起交流，
and
是吧？
sometimes with
大家的努力啊，
relevant
慢慢就
departments.
会把很多事情啊就办成了。
If such
就在推
efforts
动着
continue for a
我
long
们
time,
问题的解决，
the
工作的
success
进步和
will
事
be
业的
within
发展
sight.
事业的发展，那么我想，这可能也是老委员的一个体会吧，
This might be
也
my
算是和
personal
新委员的
reflection
一个共勉。
of the work
这个作为
this
老委员，我们
13th
会
CPPCC
发
National
扬好
Committee did.
政协委员的政协的好传统、好作风。
As a re-elected member,
政协工作是
I will
一
carry
个
forward
接力
the
赛，
good traditions and work
需要一
ethics
届届政协委员接续奋斗。
of qualified
现在接力
CPPCC
棒
members.
到了新
Our
一届
work
委
is
员
like
的
a
手上，
relay race. Each term
我们
is
啊，
responsible
相
for
信新一
passing
届
the
委
baton
员
on to the
一
next,
定能
and
够
soon
珍
the
惜
baton will be
政协
handed
委
to
员
the new
的
term and will surely
荣誉，
cherish the honor,
积极履职
execute
尽
our
责，
duties, make the
把政协工作
CPPCC
啊
more
做
successful,
得更
and
好，
contribute wisdom and
为
strength
全面
to
建
building
设
China into a modern socialist
社会主
country
义
in
现
all
代化国
respects.
家贡献我们的智慧和力量。谢谢。
Thank you.
我统计了一下，刚才郭维民先生呢，一共回答了12个问题。
Mr. Guo Weimin answered 12
感谢
questions
郭维民
today.
先生，
Thank you very
感
much.
谢翻译李继伟先生，
Also
感谢
thank
在
the
场
work
的
of the
记者朋
interpreter
友们的采访。
and the work
今天
of
的
our
新闻发
friends
布
from the
会
press.
到此结束。
Thank you very
记
much.
者朋
That
友们再见。
concludes today's press conference. Thank you.